I was in Langkawi, Malaysia, I went on a mangrove tour. So they picked me up from my hotel and then we went to a couple of different places. The first stop was a walk through these caves where there were loads of different bats and different types of creatures that live in the wetland part of the mangroves. There were a lot of monkeys and they are the ones that will jump on you if you have food. We then went flying down the river. This was super fast. Somebody actually screamed and then told the driver to go slower, but I enjoyed it. I do get a bit of an adrenaline kick. We stopped at a floating restaurant, which honestly, it was a little bit strange. They have like these like fish pond things on the deck, and honestly I'm not really too sure what the point of it was. I don't know if it was like to try and please the tourists, but a lot of people didn't seem to be happy with the conditions of the animals. Lunch was included as part of the tour, so here's a look at what I did eat. It was vegetables, spring rolls and fried rice, but they did also have meat options as well. We then got back on the boat and then we went through the mangroves. So depending on the high tide depends on exactly how far you can get in. This was the crocodile cave, so it's like a little tunnel, but again, this is something that they can't always do if the tide is high. We learnt about the different monkey troops that live on either side of the river. So the ones on one side of the river don't actually like the ones on the other side of the river. Here are some that are swimming in the water, which I thought was quite funny. And there's one of the rival troop monkeys keeping lookout. And there's one that was just about to jump on our boat and spot the swimming lizard. So I was happy that I did my research before I booked this tour through Get Your Guide, and I checked the reviews, and I booked it purely because of all the reviews were great. And this part here was an eagle watching. Some tours will advertise this as eagle feeding, but it's not an ethical thing to do. Our tour didn't do the feeding, but our guide shared about how it's actually really damaging for the ecosystem because the eagles aren't eating what they would normally prey on, and the eagles are actually going down in numbers. So a lot of them aren't actually surviving so well anymore. And it's all because of what they're feeding them on these particular boat tours. We then had about an hour to relax on this beach. I really like this beach. It was a really nice little area. There is a hotel that's kind of like hidden in the bushes, but other than that, there was literally nobody else on the beach at all, so I just spent the time walking up and down. I also really liked it that there were shaded areas where you could sit as well. We then stopped at what they nicknamed the Hollywood sign because it has the name of the park written up on the cliffs. I really like this area. Like, the water is so bluey green, and then with all the rock faces as well. I thought this was really nice. I didn't know that Langkawi looked like this before I visited. Then after lunch we went back to the boat dock and were taken back to our accommodation.